Hello and welcome to Leeds United fans. It's been a minute now since we've done one of these, but Luke and I have been watching games differently. I've been watching the games. You've been watching highlights really because you haven't had no way of watching them because unless you have a stick or such, it's you can't watch them.
Yeah, but no, I got Sky again last week, and this happened to be the first game that was being shown. So there we go.
Yeah, and you got to relive all the stress of being a Leeds United fan all over again.
Yeah,
We do make it difficult for ourselves at times.
yeah. That in fairness, they weren't a bad team today, Preston. They did.
Oh,
I don't think they parked the bus as much as some.
sure, Preston got off to a flyer earlier in the season, man.
Yeah,
They're not a bad team, but they just made it hard for us today.
when you look at their players and you look at ours, like we should be hammering them, but they're a decent. They are a decent team.
Mhm. I think Bamford needs to dye his hair again. He needs to get his mojo back.
He wants Slim Shady back.
Yeah, exactly. When they got the bleached hair. He was hitting them from every angle.
That goal, Jesus.
What a goal! That's one of the best goals I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And Patrick Bamford scored it.
the diagonal long ball from Ampadu, the
Yeah,
control of
bang, sublime.
Patrick fucking Bamford.
Yeah, I started laughing when I seen it, man. I started laughing. I was like, with all the criticisms we've given Bamford over the years, like most Leeds United fans have, and then he turns around and does that. Have that, like.
3 goals in 3 games. Like,
Didn't score
what,
today now, but he got
what have
himself
you
about
done?
there.
Oh, he did what he needed to do today. Yeah, he didn't really have any clear cut chances, but he
He'd
put
one header.
himself about. Yeah, one header. He put himself about.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, no, he did have that header actually, but he couldn't do anything else with that.
Oh no, he didn't. He's a good focal point to have up there.
Yeah, I don't know why he got booked. What was that about?
Oh, so the referee had lost control of the game by that point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did
I
devolve a
don't know
bit.
how that. Like your man should have just been the one player that the midfielder from their team should have been just booked, and that should have been the end of it.
Yeah. And then you had the guy that kept I mean he was basically after Dan James all at first half.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
then he didn't get booked in the end. It was another player that fouled Dan James that got booked, but the guy that had took him out twice, nothing.
Oh, well, that seems to be Dan James this season, but he's a Dan James that has been
Oh,
reborn this season.
yeah, he is. Yeah, big
What a
time.
performance!
Again, he's everywhere.
Speed is a real weapon.
That lob.
Oh, that
That
was unlucky. Yeah, his
look.
decision making has improved a lot too because we were saying there about Bamford's opportunity, but Dan James put it on his head.
Yeah. Oh, Dan James, yeah. Scored the goal, put it on his head. Anything creative was him or some of them.
Yeah, Somerville has been a great player, and Jorginho Rutter is starting to get the hang of the number 10 role now.
Yeah, yeah, he is. He didn't. Again, he had chances today, but they weren't clear cut.
No,
Nothing I would have expected him to put away. He's dangerous, isn't he? He's such a big, strong boy.
mm. We do need somebody else in the middle, though. I think.
Well, like you said during the match, all we've got is central defensive midfielders.
Yeah, we've got Gruev, Kamara, and Ampadu. Like they're all CDMs.
What we actually need is Weston McKennie,
One of
because
the off
Weston
someone like
McKennie
him, yeah.
is an attacking midfielder. We never played him as one, but he is.
Oh,
First team at Juventus. Can you fucking believe it?
well, the less said about last season, the better. I think.
Yeah.
Like I
But no,
watched the
that's the
interview
kind
with
of
Jesse Marsh and Simon Jordan. Oh my God, he's deluded.
oh, he's a knob.
He was saying, "Oh, all these stats, and it was all working." He was like, "You have like won 2 games in 17."
Yeah, and you were shit, mate.
Yeah, accept it, like you know.
I would rather have got relegated the season before with Bielsa.
We probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, you never know. He might have saved us, but if he hadn't, I would rather have gone down then with Bielsa in charge and kept Bielsa.
Mm. But
Well, not that I mean, we're where we are now, and I love Farker, so that's fine. But at the time, I would rather have had that.
mm. Oh no, Farke's proven to be a good manager. Like he gets a lot of criticism from online, but if
Why?
Creswell obviously isn't all that, like if he'd be playing him if he thought he was going to be that good.
I mean, Ethan Ampadu started as a centre back. It's not completely out of his wheelhouse to be a centre back.
Oh no, I don't. I don't believe Cresswell it was a write off because he's only 21. But at the minute, like he's not clearly not ready.
Yeah, and if you've got Ampadu,
And
you play Ampadu.
Strike and
Yeah,
Rodon,
yeah, I like Joe.
even Cooper. Like,
You would play Cooper ahead of Cresswell. That's a given.
so that tells you where he is.
Yeah,
And of course, Bate is off to fucking League Two.
yeah, he's gone on loan. Yeah,
So everyone is saying, "Oh, Bate, what are we doing with him? He's gone to League Two." You know, that's the thing with all these young players we signed.
just because you have the potential at 16 doesn't mean that anything's going to come of it.
Exactly, exactly. Like when we signed all these young players, there was some that were going to work and there was some that weren't. It's a given when you signed a load of young players.
The only one that's really worked is Somerville.
Somerville and Joseph is getting a look in now.
He's getting a look in, but still, it can go either way.
He's young yet. He's very young yet
Yeah.
as well too. Like so, but he's getting into the team. Like so.
Somerville's established. I mean, Somerville's been class this season.
Oh, Somerville, unbelievable.
He was good today, actually.
Oh, he's a great player. The year in the championship is going to work the wonders for him.
Him, Dan James, Rutter. There's so many you could apply that to.
Yeah, they needed just a restart or just reboot.
Yeah.
And it's working. And as was like, there's been some weird ones, like it was with Jed Spence. Like he was just turfed out, but we know why because clearly he had a bad attitude. But that was a shame because he could have been a real diamond for us.
Something that you alluded to before we signed him, to be honest.
Mm. And there was talk then you sign your man from Liverpool, Carvalho, and I was just like, oh no, we've got rid of Spence, we don't want another one. We don't want another one. We've already got rid of one. We don't want him. Definitely don't want Carvalho. Something's clearly wrong with him. He's been turfed out of Liverpool and Leipzig now.
Where did he go in the end?
Hull.
That's it. I knew it was something.
That's where he was gone. Hull. Hull were the only ones that were willing to take him.
Yeah, no, we don't need that.
No, we definitely don't need that. As much as we need someone through the middle, he's not the answer.
So what do we get?
Well, apparently they're looking at fullbacks.
No, I mean for the central midfield. I'd say our central midfield need is more pressing than fullbacks.
It's a weird one because it's so hard. The type of player, he's the number 10 type of player, is very hard to come by. Maybe they've got some, maybe they're looking at someone, or maybe they're following up on someone we don't know about. Because, of course, the rumour mill is all about Nanto being on his way again, too.
I mean, he's barely featured.
He comes on for a few minutes and does fuck all.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I think when Farkas we've said about with Creswell, everyone saying how highly rated they were, and Nanto, everyone thinking he was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
He'd be playing if he was that good.
You can make the argument that he's only getting a few minutes. What can he do? But great players do. Classic example yesterday, Arsenal, Gabriel Martinelli comes on for the last 20 minutes, 2 goals.
There you go. And Nanto comes on and doesn't do a fucking thing. But you can't drop down James or Somerville, though.
Nah, of course you can't.
The two of them, they're undroppable.
Why would you?
Exactly, to just appease somebody else, like. And when he does start, he doesn't do fuck all either.
No, he got opportunity. I mean, he was all right when we were. He looked all right when he came back. He came back against Ipswich, their ground, and he scored and he looked good. But it never really kicked on from there.
He has flashes here and there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember last season, everyone was giving out that the last 2 managers dropped him. You know, maybe they just seen what. But maybe he just looked good, not to look good, because Marsh's team was just so bad.
I think there is talent there. Well, I say you don't get in the Italian team without it, but they've been shite. Which sounds odd to say about the European champions, but they have.
We could get 20 million for Nanto. Just take it at this point.
The thing is, the less he plays, the less we'll get.
That's what I'm saying. If we got 20 million for him, just take it.
I'd take 10 million.
Just like realistically 20 or 15 to 20, just to reinvest.
Yeah, just to reinvest, but as long as we make a profit, which we will.
We'll definitely make a profit. We only paid like 3 million for him.
Exactly.
So we'll definitely make a profit. And to be honest with you, this the fucking even the fans now are when they hear he's going, they're all like, well, just go. Like we're sick of
Yeah,
it now. We're fed up of you now at this point.
you barely register for us.
Yeah.
You're barely a Leeds player, essentially.
The only reason he's handy to have there is he's good friends with Somerville and keeps them happy.
Mm.
That's about the biggest thing Nanto provides now.
Yeah, but if you couldn't get the money for him, get the money for him.
Mm. And one thing on today though, I was happy when I seen Bamford going up to take the penalty. I was like, oh no, oh god, no. And next thing he handed it to Pirro, and I was just like, oh thank God.
Good, that's good teamwork. That is because you
Oh
see
man,
it all the time. You see it all the time. A striker gets it in his head. I'm taking this fucking penalty. It doesn't matter how shit they've been, and they miss.
yeah.
And Bamford didn't kick up a fuss. Just there you go. Fair play.
Gosh, Pirro's class, man. You had to give it to him. He was going to bury it.
Yeah.
So that was the reason Farker brought him on.
He's got to be gutted that he's not starting though. But then you can't drop Bamford at the moment.
Yeah, Bamford has been having a purple patch now, and Rutter is getting better at the number 10 role. So that kind of, but he's good to have on the bench. Like,
The thing is with Bamford, if we're being completely honest, it's not going to last. Like you say, it's a purple patch. I'm not saying he's going to turn shit, but he ain't going to be getting a goal every game.
no, it's just well, today it was hard for him today because they didn't park the bus as such, but they did in a lot of regards. They just set out to stop us trying to score really in the second half in particular.
Yeah, but he did put himself about. He looks fresh. He looks you know
Oh,
he
he's been
looks
doing
more
all right
energized than
lately.
he has for a while.
Oh, he's been doing all right lately, but if it was, I've said to you before, if we could keep Bamford scoring regularly between now and the end of the season, they'd be a great asset. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it would.
because in theory, man, we don't need an awful lot really.
Well,
But Firpo's doing all right when he's playing lately. To give him his dues, like,
I thought Firpo was quality today.
and he lasted around 70 minutes or however long he lasted, and he got Byron on then to get him back to full fitness. Like,
So is this is Firpo not fully fit? Because I didn't see the point in bringing Firpo off.
he's integrating Byron back in again.
I get that, but why not bring Gray off? Byram is a right back.
I know, but Archie Gray's turning into such a great player on the right. Like, you can't. Archie Gray's class, man.
Oh no,
He is a class player. Like,
no, he is.
the composure that lad has for his age is ridiculous. He shouldn't be that good.
I completely agree. I just thought that I thought Firpo was having a great game.
Oh, he was, but it made sense to bring on Byram just to freshen things up.
That said, Byram did look good when he came on.
Because Firpo offers a lot more going forward than he does in defence. So when you're down to the nitty gritty,
You say that, but he put in a couple of crunching tackles today, Firpo.
oh, I'm not saying anything negative about him, but I'd sooner have Byram in there though. He's more reliable. Like,
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I was very impressed with Firpo.
oh, yeah, he's come on really well recently. No, we got lucky and unlucky that Darlow dislocated his thumb, but Klassen came in and he kept 2 clean sheets.
Claassen was class.
He lived up to his name, didn't he?
Yeah, like all right, yeah. One of them was against Peterborough. Peterborough, a good team. League One, but a good team.
He kept a clean sheet at the end of the day.
Yeah, kept 2 clean sheets. What more? What more do you want?
And he kept things tied over until Meslier came back after his, quite frankly, stupid red card. But
Against Preston.
oh yeah, just put the hand up into your man's face, and you're like, "What did you do, you clown?" That's an instant red card.
Well,
He lost the head temporarily. He was no longer the Iceman in that minute.
more Gallic flair. But no, like we keep saying, oh, we need fullbacks, but Gray, Shackleton, Byram, Firpo. I'm happy with that.
We're not bad. Like, we're not bad at all. Like,
That's not bad.
and of course we've lost Bill. Of course, went to Middlesbrough, but
Yeah.
his time will come. Great
Hopefully,
player, always be remembered for marauding up and down the wing under the Bielsa days, but Legs are gone.
And who's to say he's not going to come back in a coaching capacity?
Precisely. He's just going off to finish off his career somewhere else. He still lives in Leeds, so he's commuting up and down to Middlesbrough.
I'd love to see him back as a coach.
Oh, I'd say that could be in the cards because, like, people are saying are critical sometimes of Farka too, saying, "Oh, another manager could like Creswell or Bate," and you're like, "Oh, really?"
What have they done?
Like, anytime I've seen Creswell play, and he seems very, very hot headed.
Yeah, I mean, he started a couple of games at the beginning of the season and he looked good. But like you say, there's a mistake in him. There's a rush of blood in him.
Yeah, and he's only 21.
Yeah,
And Farka said in the press conference it's a focus issue he has.
and is he good enough to displace Rodon or Strouk?
No, no,
No,
he's
he
not.
isn't.
Or I
If
have to do.
if Strouk is out, Ethan Ampadu is a centre back playing midfield. He's both. He's
Yeah.
essentially good enough to be both.
Hmm.
But he's played for years as a centre back. When he went to Italy on loan at Spezia, he was a centre back.
Mm-hmm.
Is he good enough to displace Ampadu? No, he isn't.
No.
So what's the dilemma?
Yeah, just
Even Liam Cooper off the bench, Liam Cooper, international centre back, who, quite frankly, is having a decent season when he comes on.
one bad game.
Yeah,
Oh no, we're in the hunt now, though, man. We're really in the hunt for second place. It's looking like a lot better. If we didn't have that glitch over Christmas, we'd be comfortably in second place now.
especially after we battered Ipswich.
It was really weird.
Yeah,
It wouldn't work if it was just. Because I missed the fucking Ipswich game because I was at a funeral, like,
yeah,
and I was just like, oh fuck, I've missed that. And then I watched the follow up games, and I was just like, oh my god, this is torture.
yeah.
Oh, this is horrible. Like, what happened?
Well, Ipswich Leicester tomorrow, so we need Leicester to win.
Mm. But then again,
Um,
every team has gone ahead of patch in the season where it doesn't go well for them. Arsenal are a perfect example. They were top and flying, and next thing they just went on a bad run and ended up in third.
True. Southampton seem to be the one to watch.
They're a decent team.
No, they are.
But if keep playing the way we're playing, we should be all right. I'd say there will be movement in the window though, because I've said it earlier. We're stacked in midfield, but we don't really have a creative midfielder to bring in.
No,
We're trying to play Pirro in that role,
but he's a striker.
and he's a striker exactly. So we really, ideally, if we could get a proper number 10 in, just to have someone, even just to make an impact sub,
Yeah,
because we just like it worked today with Pirro bringing him on, but you can just sometimes it's just the defense is sound. This whole the midfield area is very strong. The wings are strong. We're all right up top, but it's just the hole in the middle where sometimes we're lacking.
I think Ampadu could do it.
Yeah, but Amsterdam is more of a holder.
He is, but he's the kind of player that can do pretty much anything. He's very, very versatile. I'm not saying we shouldn't bring someone in. I'm just saying there is that option.
Personally, there is an option in the team. Archie Gray.
Well, yeah, he's a midfielder.
Like he's playing it right back now, but I reckon he could be in time. He could be that number 8 type midfielder, that one, and that kind of sits in front of the holder.
Get Sam Byron back at right back, Junior Firpo at left back, Shackleton backing them up,
And sign somebody else because we're short now because we've let go of Spencer Nailing.
So yeah, if you want to move Archie Gray into midfield again, then yeah, we need a fullback. Fair play.
Yeah.
Bring in one or the other. Bring in both if you can. Nothing wrong with strength and depth.
Yeah, because if Nancho is moved on, there's money there to spend straight away. But apparently now, though, what they're doing behind the scenes is they're really working hard to get this Rodon deal across the line.
That'd be good. I like Joe Rodon.
Oh, he's a great player.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a brilliant player. He's the type of player you want to build a team around. Like, we don't want another Ben White situation.
I love Ben White.
Look, he's at another level now, though.
Yeah, he is.
But sure, that
Yeah,
was just stupid. They were like going in, like saying, "Oh, we're going to offer you 20 million to Brighton." You're like, "Are you having a giraffe? Like, you're offering 20 million for this kid? Like, what was
told
going through
him
their heads? Like, you get him for 20 million? No, you won't. He went for fucking 50 or 60 million in the end, didn't he?
50 million
Yeah,
worth.
they're offering 20.
Yeah, there is another option with regards to fullback. Bring Christensen back.
Oh, leave him where he is. He'll not be coming back to Leeds. Well, I am kind of hoping that there's a possibility that Llorente could be going to Barcelona.
I've watched
No,
him
not
play.
not not Barcelona. PSG. PSG. Apologies. PSG.
I've watched him play a number of times for Roma. He don't look that bad. He gave away a penalty this weekend, or was it last week? No, this weekend against Hellas Verona. One of those where he's about that far away from the attacker, and it just comes up and hits his arm. It was
Hmm.
never a fucking penalty. That was the only thing he did wrong. He's decent. He is not for us,
No, he's never
but
been. Well, that would be great. Imagine if the PSG managed to sign him in this window for around 18 million. That's a lot of money coming into our coffer. Like,
that's true.
if we could potentially get 18 million for Llorente,
What the hell did PSG want with him? It's because of that.
Vander.
No, it's what do you call him? The Milan Skriniar usually playing in their cent. It's usually Marquinhos, Skriniar, and Lucas Hernandez. But I think Skriniar must be injured, and they're playing Pereira, and he's got a mistake in him.
Oh, so they're just trying to stir up the defense.
I wonder if they're trying to shore up because I think there are doubts about Pereira.
Well, that'll be all right if they have managed to pull it off.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens there. Like, because
What if
we got
Roma want
money
to
for
keep
him and
him?
we've got money for Nanto on this window. Like, we've
But if
got money
Roma
there.
want to keep him, if Roma want to keep him, that might drive the price up.
We'll find. We'll wait and see. Anyway, there's another week left in the 10 days left in the window. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a lot of time for it. Well, there's been a really quiet window in general, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's
Across the board, there's been nothing really.
yeah, I mentioned it before, but Valentin Barco to Brighton's an exciting signing. But other than that, it's mainly on the continent. There's not
Hmm,
been much here.
nothing.
No, I know that. Is it Josh Doig, Scottish lad? He was playing for Hellas Verona. I think he's gone to Sassuolo. There's a few Scottish lads out in Italy.
Hmm.
They seem to thrive over there.
Slower
But
pace.
yeah, I see. Speaking of, is it? I think it's been announced Cox going on a free at the end of the season,
Yeah, that's already been covered. Yeah,
and is Rocker gone as well?
Rockwell will be signing permanently for definitely. Yeah.
Scottish, yeah.
Oh man, there's been none of them coming back. I'd be very surprised if any of them come back. If they do, they
Talent,
won't play. They'll be just turfed out.
talent wise, purely talent wise, you'd take Woba,
That'll be about it.
but do we want him? Not really.
No, not after the way he behaved.
Yeah, exactly.
And we
Which is a
definitely
shame
don't
because
want
he's
fucking
so good.
Harrison back either.
Oh no, he's a liability.
He's
Union
shit.
Berlin. I can't. I'm not blaming it all on Aronson, but Union Berlin. They've risen from lower leagues. They've risen from the death. They've got better every year till they get to the Champions League. All with one manager, Urs Fischer. And the season that Aronson rocks up, he's lost his job. that
That sums up Aronson, I
sums
think.
up Aronson. He's a fucking curse.
And they're about as strong as a 16-year-old girl. Oh, terrible, terrible player. But
yeah,
anyways, we'll knock it on the head for this one now. We'll have a bit of an old catch up on since the last time we were on, and we're in a good spot again now. Ideally, we need to bring in a few more players just to beef up the squad because when you look at our options off the bench, nearly 9 times out of 10 they're all white players.
yeah. I mean, Pirro came on today and got the winner, so that's good. But yeah, you're looking at Gonto, you're looking at
Anthony,
Jaden Anthony. His mum died this week.
yeah, it was amazing. He
That's
was
what the armbands were for.
amazing. He was in the squad, but
Apparently, he said to Farker, I'm good. I'll play. I mean, he didn't come on in the end, but
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't bring him on for a minute.
yeah,
He brought
maybe they
on Joseph instead.
brought Joseph on. Yeah,
Maybe he just probably had him there just to give him the emotional support and stuff.
yeah, people round him,
Exactly,
think
exactly.
about. Yeah,
He hasn't really worked out really though, has he? He's done all right in spells, but he hasn't really done much.
I like what I've seen,
Mm.
but I haven't seen much.
Yeah, that's one thing he could be maybe critical of Fark at times. His substitutions, he leaves them very late.
Does leave them late, and yeah,
Then again, when you've got Dan James and Somerville on the wings, excuse me, it's very hard to take them off, isn't it?
it is. You're not going to take off them two. You're not going to take off Rutter or Rutter, as I think it's pronounced, going by the commentary. Bamford, you wouldn't have took him off today.
No.
So yeah, what do you do? And again, central midfielders, why would you take them off?
Hmm.
Camera looks class.
Yeah.
Ampadu is in defence at the moment, but you're never taking him off.
No.
I wouldn't have took Gruev off. I thought he was good.
Oh, Gruev is growing now. Gruev is growing into a player like.
Yeah,
Oh
really.
no, we're in a good step now, and it's going to be an interesting run in. Like all we have got to do now is just focus on our own results and never mind what fucking Ipswich or anyone else are doing.
True enough. And we've still got Southampton to play at home, so that could be a big game.
True, true, true. And this fucking lighting thing has gone to fuck on me here now, so we shall leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that stuff. We'll be back at some point. We'll have another catch up again someday.
All right. See you later.
Whenever Luke gets to see another game.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.